we have our main class, and we can see that there are two subclasses which run. We're just going to take a look at that. So right here we have a login, and it is set so that the credentials necessary for logging in as of right now are null. However, we can change that in the code. I'll point that out later. This is basic calculations. Basically, it takes user input and it will basically perform a summation process on the mathematical data that you provide. So here we have, it's calculating each individual stock, and we go to the checkout, and here it sums it, the total for the entire invoice, and you input your card number, your address, etc., and it saves this invoice data to a file. You can see that file here. That is your invoice details. There we are. Perfect. Misspelling included. So we'll just take a quick look at the code. It's very extensive, and it is actually comprised of 4 different classes. So, yeah. These are the initializations of all of our JPanel, our swing components. These are imports of the libraries. And this is for our summation class. This is the user credentials for logging in. Most of this is the creation of the GUI, so we can see all of our swing components here. And we also have some images being added as well. So yeah, there's plenty here. Multiple different screens. Also, a screen comprised of multiple different cards or tabs. And we can see these buttons here used for navigating through these tabs or cards. And we also have different types of JPanels. Here we have a products panel, which obviously stores all of the product data. And this is our login check. So once the user decides to click login after inputting their credentials, it will run a check against whether or not these credentials are correct. And if they are, then the next card is shown, the next panel, the next tab. Otherwise, we encounter an error message. Here we have calculations for the costs and parsings as well, as you can see here. And all of that data that's generated then gets extended to the summation class, which, much the same, imports of libraries and initialization of variables and components. Here we can see the GUI layout. And we also have our action event right here for pressing the pay button, which will save the invoice so that the company can obviously process it. This is our file handling class. This is what's saving the data to a file. Similar to a file transfer, except it is just local, not between devices, just amongst this one. Also, finally, we have the graphic, the Java graphic, which is added here, called the cart panel. And we see it get added to the summation content panel. And this is what the cart panel looks like from the code perspective. And if we run it, we will see what it looks like visually. This is our little shopping cart. So yeah, thank you for taking your time to view my project. Have a great day.